Okay. This isn't definitely not like a mainstream that I'm doing. So I really wanted to actually stream some game development earlier today. I had a whole I had a whole thing planned today. I was gonna go to the dentist so I can set up an appointment because they don't always answer my calls. I was gonna go to the library and print out a stamp that I needed to get. I was gonna do all that, and then I was gonna stream, do some game development, and then play some Xenoblade Chronicles. And then I realized it was Memorial Day. Dentist is closed, so that threw off my whole vibe. But the reason I'm playing Xenoblade Chronicles X, generally one of my favorite games of all time. I've not beaten the game. I've gotten to the very end, like the very final mission, and then I quit playing for very specific reasons. But I've been recording a playthrough in my free time. There is, I think, 12 hours of footage where the game audio just wasn't recorded, and so I'm going back with a new character, and yeah, going back with a new character so I can just re-record that footage. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I just decided to stream it because it is like fairly far away. So we're just chilling. We're big chilling today. As I'm watching multiple streams on my left. I don't think you guys can hear it. I feel like a lot of my sound issues were resolved in my free time. I would like to think that, because right now the desktop audio just isn't getting picked up. Well, while you guys are enjoying the cutscene, I should probably set up my laptop.
July 2054 AD. The Earth was caught in a great battle between unknown alien forces. Their weapons were terrifying and powerful beyond human reckoning. Our planet was overwhelmed, its surface reduced to ash and rubble in the blink of an eye. The coalition government knew the war was coming. In response, they prepared the Earth-Life Colonization Project, Project Exodus. Interstellar arcs were launched all across the planet, from every major city on Earth. Bravely, we leapt from our cradle, our home for the last 4.5 billion years. But most of the arcs never even made it out of the atmosphere. Only a small handful managed to escape. Among them was our ship, the White Whale. After leaving Earth behind, we spent 2 years wandering in space, searching. We thought of ourselves as the lucky ones, the pioneers who would settle a new world. But our path past caught up with us. Literally. The alien blitz was unrelenting. If not for the efforts of a lone hero, we would never have survived. Our ship took heavy damage. We lost control. With our flight systems down, the white whale was pulled into the gravitational field of a nearby planet, its hull shattering and breaking to pieces as we plummeted toward the surface.
I forgot how long this cutscene was.
Since then, 2 months have passed.
Okay. Playing as a chick. Oh my gosh. What was I about to say? I feel like this selection just really threw me off. But I'm not an expert in Xenoblade Chronicles X. I understand the systems as a casual player. But I know for a fact. And the character creation is kind of bogus too. Because all of these are presets, and each of the presets have their own like sections or options that other ones don't have. So you would actually legitimately have to go through all of them to see which one or which combinations you would like the most. But there is a character that I have reincarnated in almost every game that I like. I think she has like the closest face, and so we're just gonna be making her. I wonder if there. Oh, oops. Yeah, women characters are like just already smaller than the males, so I don't think I'm able to like make her that much shorter. Let's do the hair first. Do you have this one? Love this thing so much. It's definitely one of the hairstyles, or this feathered look right here. But I'm pretty sure this game doesn't have cloth physics, so that wouldn't really work. Or does it? So yeah, I think no, I forget how many times like I've actually brought this up, but I know for a fact that most of my subscribers come from that one cute little cow leg. That comes from that one Elden Ring video, that darn 8-second Elden Ring video. They got me like 300 subscribers overnight. But back in the day, way back in the day, when I used to play Phantasy Star Online 2, this is where I created this character, Viria. I guess I can just talk about that while I'm doing this. But Viria's name comes from Fire Emblem Awakening. There's this one particular character, Virion. Really hated him. It skipped out on all of his dialogue for like 2 playthroughs straight. Then eventually I'm like, oh, whatever. Let me do his like little, not social links, what are they called? Like heart to hearts. Oh, sure, heart to hearts, whatever. And then like I was very surprised of how in-depth that character was compared to, you know, me just not liking him or the way he comes off in like the average conversations in the story. And so like I kind of named this character after him out of respect. And so Virion turned to Viria. Usually she's like some type of archer in like most RPGs or MMOs that I play her in. But yeah, I've recreated her, or I've made her PSO2, recreated her in Dark Souls 2, recreated her in Dragon's Dogma as my pawn. That probably sounds very not good, but in the context of, oh, this is actually really cute. A little slight blue tint. Yeah, I'll try that out. But in the context of Dragon's Dogma, your main party member is called your pawn. Well, party members in general are called pawns, but whatever. Oh, I've also recreated her in Splatoon a couple of times. Whenever I play as, I don't know, my version of me, I guess my avatar in Splatoon. Hold on. That little guy right there. I would just play it that squiddling, but whenever, I don't know, because it's hard to express really. I'll just say it like this: whenever I played as, or whenever I played a weapon that I guess my character wouldn't use, quote unquote, like in his own in his own lore, I would just play as Viria. This is really cool, but no, she kind of looks like Murderous. What color is there? Like blue. One eye's yeah, one eye is blue, the other one's yellow. I think it's the left one that's yellow. She has lore, I promise. At this point, she's actually an OC. Instead of blue and yellow. Oh, that's the inside? Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I can just do a mix of both. Dang, they just don't got no. I think this would work with the solid blue. His off is a bit robotic. Let me change the hair. Or the eyes. Hair, what the heck? Maybe I should do it in reverse. Zoom in. Gosh darn it. Purple Island. I typically don't like makeup, like in general. I feel like society is a little too scared of wrinkles, personally. But everyone loves eyeshadow. Let me get skin tone first. Skipped it right. That one. Sure. Whatever you say, game. Definitely dark orange. Mine is dark orange, by the way. Remember that blew my mind when I realized that. It's lighting. Sweet. What? It's actually helpful. Make She-Hulk. It's got fire too. It's also like that. I think I like that one a little bit more. Which one is it? This? Color's just a bit on. Wish they had numbers. I feel like this would be good with the red makeup. You have freckles? Wow, they can't give her the one across the nose. It's usually a popular one too. Like that type of scar for most characters. Face has too much visual noise. This isn't bad. I don't know why. For some reason, this is really cute. I really wish you can change the faces too, but you can't. Without changing the entire character. Blue eyes would give her some good variants. Purple eyes. This has purple eyes. I do want him to stand out a little bit. Violet eyes. This is really important. Is this a bob? That's really cute. It's very pretty. This is cool, but it's also a little simple. It actually helps a lot, those lips. I definitely want it darker. That's really good. It's like an over saturation of brown. Maybe the oversaturation isn't bad. Like this. I don't think I've seen like the type of hair before. Like where it's like kind of like bleached brown, bleached dark brown. So strange. Good strange, but still strange. I think I F with this. Like cell shaded in a weird way. These the eyes I want. This is good. I wish they'd zoom out.
Shall we? Hey!
Absolutely not.
Huh? Here we go. Nice job. Here we go.
Oh, they put the voice actor in parentheses. That's really cool.
It's a pleasure.
I think it must be.
I've lost my balance. Success.
We did great.
So,
What? What? We sure owned them. Shall we then? What? Hello?
oh, that's Fiora. I love her accent.
Just tell me what to do. Huh? Just tell me what to do. Huh?
Aaron Fitzgerald and Kat Bertona? Bertano?
Just tell me what to do. Huh. Let's go. Just tell me what to do.
Too tall. Let's say the X. My character is on 1, so I'll put her on 5. And the same thing that I did with my character, I'm gonna confirm. See how tall I am in comparison to Elma, and then keep trying until I get the right height that I want. I can't wait till I get to the ending, because it's actually been over 2 years, I think.
Attention, external access confirmed. Disengaging stasis in 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
I'll report this
2,
too.
1.
Because I don't need to record. Because I only need to record after I get to those chapters and Infinity missions.
Releasing hatch. Please stand clear.
Hey there. Looks like you're all in one piece.
She has the same
Careful.
color as his Elma.
Just take it
I didn't
nice
think of
and
this. They're
slow,
very close.
okay? Your senses will need time to reactivate. Your pod is the only one around that landed intact. Good thing I found you. My name's Elma. You want to tell me yours? You don't even remember your own name? Must be the stasis hangover. That's not good. Just try and focus, all right?
darn it. Let me go back. It says B, but if I press B, is it gonna go back? B.
Good, there we go. What else you remember?
No.
It'll come. In the meantime, I'll get you up to speed here as best I can. How are your limbs? Can you move? We'll take it easy while you shake the stasis out of your system. One step at a time, all right? First things first, you'll be needing a weapon. There you go. All right, let's get going.
I just noticed they never actually showed what that weapon was. I mean, okay, it shows the assault rifle right there, but like just handing it to you casually. Very interesting. I wonder if like that was because you could have probably done, and you know, this is just me guessing. You probably could have like chosen your class at this point in like early development or whatever. How tall am I? That's about right, yeah. But yeah, I've been recording this playthrough off stream and stuff, but there's a certain section that just doesn't have game audio, so I thought, well, this is more of a stream game than a playthrough game, if I'm being honest, so I'm just streaming it right now.
Most of the White Whale's life pods didn't survive the crash, like this one. You're one of the lucky few. Right. You don't even remember the White Whale, do you? You know, the L-002? The ship we escaped Earth on? You remember Earth, right? Planet Earth. Your homeworld. Or rather, it used to be anyway. Unfortunately, it was caught in a battle between two alien forces. And destroyed.
I really wonder how most people feel about this new design. I personally like it myself. And I think I do prefer it just a little bit more than the original at the same time. I think the original did have more charm to it.
Don't feel bad. It's one memory I'd like to forget. I know. It's been following me for a while now. I didn't want to alarm you, but we're going to need to defend ourselves. You up to the task?
I think that's actually a really funny trait about Elma. Because like they bring that up like fairly often in this game, that Elma just has these senses and just knows when an enemy's nearby. But I do think that's interesting that like, because she knew that you guys weren't in danger because Elma's Elma, she didn't feel like she had to say anything because you weren't actually in danger. I just not have a... I just don't have a melee skill.
You're not half bad.
Hey, thanks.
There's plenty of work back in the city for someone who knows how to handle a weapon, you know. Then you're interested. In that case, I might have just the job for you. But anyway, we can talk more details later. For now, let's keep moving.
Also voices, prompts, instructions, suggestions, requested. Pardon me, okay, on battle. There's one chose useful boons. This game is not very balanced. It's something that I've learned more and more. Like when I heard that like the game balance in this game is kind of a meme in the community, I was like, well, it can't be that bad. And the more I learn about this game, the more I'm like, oh my god, what were they thinking? They're so lucky, it's very fun. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like Skyrim. Well, not like the gameplay, obviously, but just more like how easy it is to get overpowered in just about anything. It's very easy to get overpowered with the dagger build, stealth archer build, alchemist build, etc.
Effort is its own reward.
And then Xenoblade Chronicles is like, or Xenoblade Chronicles X is like, hold my beer. Hold both of them, by the way. We're gonna be streaming for not a long time, but a
Just in
minute.
time for sunrise. Follow me. I promise you're gonna love this.
Pokemon can never. Something I really like about this game, and it's something that the game kind of inherits from the developers, but it's more so about the developers and what they put into the game, but it's just the confidence in the visual, just the confidence in the visuals of this game. Like every single cutscene feels like they're flexing, and they probably are. And I really appreciate that. I really respect that.
Pretty wild, huh? They're all indigenous, as far as we can tell. We need to learn to play nice with these guys if we're going to try and coexist together. We call this planet Mira.
Can you really
We
call
won't
a different
find it
planet?
on any
Whatever.
star chart. But it's our new home.
I do wonder, like I was gonna talk about
Recognize
like
the habitat
in-game
unit?
politics.
That's where we're headed.
You know, I'm thinking
Watch
a lot of people are
yourself.
probably watching
That
this.
first step's a doozy.
Um,
We can jump if you like. You could handle the fall. But the indigents down there are another story. Some big, some mean, all nasty. Given our options, the high road here would be the safer way to go, relatively speaking. That said, whichever way you want to go, I'll follow your lead. You decide.
actually getting sea legs. Oh, what was I saying? I forgot my entire point. Oh, I was gonna talk about like some video game politics, in-game politics. But then again, I might spoil stuff, and if people are watching this stream, you probably don't want to hear all that, so I'll be quiet. Do I care about getting stuff? I don't even know what getting stuff does. I just know it just boosts my survey, and this isn't my main account. Speaking of which,
I'm attacking! Move in! Now it's my
TP. I might as well just do
Gaining
it.
ground. I need recovery.
I have a heal? Black Tar is such a good song. I can't say I like this game's soundtrack because I haven't really like sat down and listened to it. But like the battle themes, battle music, oh my god.
Move in and do some damage.
Why'd you say that earlier? Well, it's probably it for me.
No whining. We're going in. Now it's my turn.
Thank you.
One never knows until they try. Excellent strategy.
Oh, Corbin, what's up? I don't mind if you spoil. I honestly haven't played this before, but it looks really cool. Okay, 666. But I was saying, oh, how are you doing, by the way? But what I was gonna say is that, like, I was wondering. So later in the game, it's kind of revealed. I haven't seen it yet, but the players kind of just interpret that. There are other races or other species that you meet throughout the game, and the players interpret, or the characters interpret that as like there must be some type of local translator that everyone's using so we can all understand each other. And they never like found it or explained it, or as far as I've been playing. But like I was wondering if because the humans called Earth or called Mirror, I wonder if other races will, or excuse me, other species will hear that as Mirror, or if it's just going to be translated to what they call Mirror. Like, it was just that. Like, I was just curious, like, how that would work. Because, things like that are really funny, because a lot of times, things aren't really translated, they're localized. But, like, I learned yesterday, actually, that potato in French translates to apple of earth. And I'm pretty sure potato in English, maybe I'm mixing up with Latin. It's like nightshade or something like that. Good, how about you? Mostly choosing to steal the day over being productive. Man, man, I really wanted to be productive, but you know what? You know what? Chilling's good too. I'm glad to hear that. I really want to learn a lot of languages. Definitely don't have the time to, though.
And this was just the habitat unit. The white whale was one hell of a ship. Until it all came crashing down, at least. That's the west gate. It's closed off now for security reasons. But we've repurposed a freight elevator that will get us inside. Grexes. And they're riled.
You didn't sense it?
We can't leave them roaming here. Not this close to the gate. We're gonna have to take them down. You ready?
You always start learning languages and get distracted. Man. I just wish that learning languages didn't require you to be consistent. Yeah, you definitely gotta have a steady pace with it. Especially in my case, with Japanese. I actually know a fair amount of Japanese. I always thought you're dead here.
Target in sight. Chrome armor. 3 meds. Ready? Too bad.
She does damage. Oh my god.
Now move in.
Yeah, I actually know a fair bit of Japanese. It's just that like I have to actually start using it in like day-to-day conversations so I can actually, or so it can stick in my head.
Now, melee attacks.
Where you're gonna have to wait on that one.
Grenade. Slice. There's still more. Now, move in. My turn.
Why am I moving? That doesn't matter. It feels like it matters.
Slice. Pendant destroyed. Move in It's a shame we had to settle near so much wildlife. Luckily, some species aren't so hostile, but they aren't necessarily friendly either. I've come to learn that there's a fine line between self-defense and provoking a fight.
I don't think that
We
line's
need to
that
walk
fine.
that line.
Really?
All right, let's head in. Who knows? Maybe seeing the inside will jog your memory.
I really can't wait to beat this game. Because like I've been skipping out on so many like potential discussions just out of fear that like they're talking about post-game stuff. Or I guess the story post-game. But wait, hold on. But yeah, so I actually played this. Oh my god. I actually played this game like 2 or 3 years ago. And believe it or not, I actually pirated it. And I got to the end of the game. But the thing is, I like the game so much, like, no, this game deserves for me to buy it. So I've just been waiting for the longest time for Nintendo to actually put this game on the Switch so I can play it. And here we are. And I'm as far as I am, but then I forgot, or yeah, I forgot to do something, and so it messed up the audio. And so I'm just like replaying it to get that footage again. Doing back to the city. I'm not proud of it, but I did do it. I'll say that much. Elma! You'll be fine. Oh, what the heck? Hold on, this soundtrack might be goated.
Well, here we are. Not too shabby, huh? For a giant beached spaceship, anyway.
Glad you like it, Corbin.
But, like it or not, this place is our home now. We took the name from the city it was modeled after back on Earth. We call it New Los Angeles. Welcome to NLA.
I think this is one of the few games that does motion blur correct. Or well enough to where it doesn't bother me.
And so it was that another survivor came to join our band of refugees. Together, we resolved to forge a new way of life here on Mira, come what may. New LA was our beautiful lie to ourselves.
We have cats?
Truth is, we were adrift, heading into the unknown. Our native home was gone, swallowed in a shroud of light. And our future was uncertain. We had no idea what fate lay in store for us. Only that we had to keep living in order to see it.
I think I can stop the recording here. would have been really funny if I accidentally stopped the stream. Your friend's done that before. That's so sad. Oh, wait, I actually have done that before. And I was really upset because
How about a quick tour
it
of
was the longest stream
facilities
I've
to
ever
refresh your
done.
memory?
It could have went up to like 18 hours in total, but then I accidentally stopped
Let's
it, so it
start
was
with
like
your
12
living
hours and
quarters. Follow
6
me.
hours. It didn't feel like it. I was playing what's the name of the game? Larian made it before Baldur's Gate 3. Divinity Original Sin 2. That was a really good game. Very hard to get into past the tutorial, but it's a really good game.
We repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will
His name is
rejoin our
Maurice.
ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery of
2 days ago,
all
ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly humbled and grateful.
From political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
Hahaha.
Better tomorrow.
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
What puzzle?
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
This one of the survivors, ma'am?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Shosan was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
New Los Angeles.
Yes! I won't stop
Sick.
there!
This menu is so cluttered. Oh, Drifter doesn't have any skills. Big difference between arts and skills. You don't know what class this character's gonna play. It's between Full Metal Jaguar and Duelist. Basically the rogue and the warrior of this game. already. It's just Oma, okay.
Hey.
That could have been terrible. Oh my god.
Damn it!
That looks so cool.
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would you?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt. Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-whos? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade.
Skeptical.
She's 13, and I know, she looks young, and she is young, but trust me, she's one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway,
Most of the
you
time,
guys
that's
heading
actually
back
crazy.
To the barracks?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
As long as
Same
you're
voice
here,
actress
why don't
as
I take you on the transport?
voice
It's
actress
a
as
great
Morgana
way
from
to see the
Persona
city.
5.
I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
Alright, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Really crazy.
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it. Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
My character knows how to catwalk. Gosh darn. Yeah. What the heck am I doing? Well, I guess I just need to level up before I can change classes. Rank 3, so I just need to get into fights. Who are you? You didn't even notice? Did you? Or didn't you?
Not bad, huh? You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA.
This
I'll
game
never
does
get
have
tired of
mechs.
this view.
and
It's like a
eventually be able
different
to
city
fly
every
with
time.
them.
It's certainly come a long
And
way in the last few
that
weeks. There's still
Xenoblade
so much
Chronicles
to
X
be
is one of
done.
the best flight
One day at a
simulations
time.
that I've played in video games. And not like the simulation itself, the feeling of
Speaking of
flying,
which,
it's
we
really
don't really
good.
have time for a full pleasure cruise here. Why don't you give us the express tour, Lynn? Just the highlights.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I
Let's
were
play a game
conducting the
with
flight
me,
test.
so I'm gonna head out.
It
It was
has
fun to
food
have a
production,
good day though.
skill
Oh yeah,
development,
let's go, let's
you know,
go.
industries
Appreciate you
and
stopping
stuff.
by. Hope you have fun with your friend.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you name it. It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, or want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not
Oh.
to mention Armory
guess
Alley
I'll let her
as well as
finish.
the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
I actually give the player character the red carpet. What was I about to say when they start talking again? Lost my train of thought. I'll remember it eventually. Oh, okay, I remember now. So like there's this there's this art in the game. I think they're gonna start talking again.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but
Side.
let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Always going to the right side. I guess it doesn't really matter. But what I was gonna say, there's this let's just say spell in the game that you can use with the knife called Brainjack, and it controls enemies. My biggest frustration with that ability is that you can't do it on bosses, which, you know, makes sense. Definitely makes sense. But then Topple straight up just stops an enemy from being
Am I right?
active. Like it basically just counts them out the fight. I don't think that many bosses are resistant to Topple, and that kind of just makes me upset a little. Maybe I'm overthinking, but I thought of that.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
Thanks.
I think I can answer that one.
So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi!
Ms. Ku,
What does that mean?
chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
Thought it was Lee.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No, nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elma, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
C.
Why don't we talk inside?
Japanese meaning.
There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
Ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
I might just end up skipping cutscenes. At least for like side missions and stuff.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi.
Taro.
You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? She seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until she knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. She seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
She could barely remember her name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months?
I wonder
It shouldn't take
how
very long to get caught up.
they handle
My thoughts exactly.
like the different genders in dialogue. Like it's obviously just
Well,
the difference between he and
Where
she.
should we begin?
This game is old. But like I do wonder like if they just repeat that specific word or they repeat the entire line. I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's go in up on mirror. I don't care. That's registration by Lee. I don't care. That's for registration.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand. As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
BLADE is an acronym.
Why does he just stare at
Builders
her?
of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so BLADE was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
take a look at this. The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
Helmet is so well designed, oh my goodness.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations. Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
That cutscene always makes me laugh.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, we needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That plan was the Earth-Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat.
These viewers on streambo.com. Ah, sick, thanks. I'll look into that later.
We work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
In any case, I'm sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Ku, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Barracks.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want her to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that Skell. Even the way that
You were
they
just
walk
working
is
on a
so
Skell's flight module.
cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby.
Peek out.
Now this girl gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here 1 sec.
Lynn?
This is such a different reaction
Right.
than what's a Skell.
Originally, Skells were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And even then, you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is
How do you
some
make Skell
criteria.
fanfiction?
The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the Mission Control Board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Listen.
Character has really long legs.
That's true on any planet.
So this is mission control. We don't have a dispatch system yet, so blades usually choose their own assignments. Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo, that's what the Scout Console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the Scout Console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Hey!
Ta-da! The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you're ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley. So this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
Acquisition?
I won't lie. Most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
It could be both.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh, right, the tour. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Am I right?
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chassan, for example.
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Ah, sick. Yeah.
Yeah?
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gu, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for Blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone. Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
Yeah.
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, she can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Now then, let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments, and together they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern, given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a Blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white segment. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the East Gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
Hear how front-loaded this
I'll
game
leave
is with
the
information.
details on the data probe installation procedure to you, Elma.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
I'm gonna start skipping cutscenes though.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the West Gate.
I feel like this one was important.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high...
What? Oops.
Seriously? That was you? Cool.
I don't think so. Those Grexes we took down were fairly routine. Definitely not something they'd lock both gates over, at least.
Then I take my cool back.
Aw.
But wait a sec. You guys fought Grexes? The two of you? Hey, that's still pretty cool.
Yes.
They've been hassling a lot of teams lately, especially how they hunt in packs and all.
Let's not get too excited.
Okay. Whole bunch of TP and nothing to use it for. Something a very unfortunate truth that I've come to realize is, in light of the title of this stream, I really can't do this without energy drinks, because my oral health, my dental health, is in shambles. It is actually crazy. So like I've been, you know, actively avoiding energy drinks when I can, but it's been a whole month without energy drinks, and it is so difficult to focus. It is so difficult to do things. Like I might I might legit just say goodbye to my teeth and just man.
What the hell happened here?
I hate that enemy. Not that one, the ones that were on the ground.
Whoa, whoa, whoa there, rookie. We're talking about a tyrant here. Do you even understand what that means?
I don't
I
have
should
to.
probably
If it bleeds, you
explain.
can kill it.
Tyrant is our term for any indigenous life form that falls outside of.
Well, alright. I'm game if you are. Count me in, Elma. Let's do this. If we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. We can't just keep running forever, you know? Besides, I'd never forgive myself if someone else ended up getting hurt because we just left it here.
All right, let's do it. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
It's hard to find an answer for itself. You don't got taunt? What's the point of you then? Oh, so voices. I don't feel like doing this.
How is this even remotely fair?
I'll start things with Ray. Assault hammer! Flame grenade! Do some damage. Shadow strike! We're gaining ground. I need recovery.
What?
Not lost my balance.
fix it. That looks cranky.
And do some damage. Ready? Too bad.
This is still.
I've lost my balance. Flame grenade.
Top of it. Jump in. Fire carnival.
I've lost my balance.
That's it.
Stop it.
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too. Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Okay, the probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever you're ready.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
Just wait, Lynn.
What? You want me to do it? Now, there's nothing to it, trust me. It's easy. And besides, this is supposed to be your training mission, remember?
Disagree.
Which is exactly why we're here. You're going to have plenty of firsts as you become a blade. You'd best get used to it.
Okay. So you're worth and launch the probe. Let's judge your fears and launch the probe. Take charge.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The
Yeah,
hardest
yeah.
part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Oh, sick. Am I going? I can't teleport, that's crazy.
I'm getting unpleasant vibes from this one. They're off guard. Stagger them with a melee attack.
Fire carnival!
That's it! Melee strike!
Watch me lay it!
Flame grenade!
You're fine.
Upper hand. Fire carnival. Success. I'm wounded.
There's another one? Okay, we might not be fine.
No whining. Early going in. You have to hold out. I should heal up first. Shadow strike. Slide. Flicker. Slit edge.
Blast pendant down. Weaken him and lay in. Fire carnival.
Flame grenade. Chrome armor. Slide. Flicker. Chrome armor. You have to hold out. I should heal up first. I don't know how we pulled it off. Excellent strategy. Looks like we've got no
Are you
choice.
serious? They're really just gonna be like,
They're off guard. I'll stagger them.
kind of bursting through the main story. Go as fast as I can.
I have the shot. Firing. Shadow strike. I appreciate the help. Hostile neutralized. Switch to close range combat. We must be relentless. Sliding. Flicker. Screaming appendage destroyed. Move in and ready. Too bad. Yes. I won't stop there.
Hey,
Great!
Commander Vandam.
Well, now, look what the cat dragged in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
Big sick. I need to eat something soon.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Huh. Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked her to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vandam is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we...
I'm skipping things. What am I doing?
Chat.
Get started.
Whoa there, Itchy Trigger. I know you're just chafing at the bit to run out there and grab the world by its tail.
Start it.
But you need to... Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles.
Yeah, sure.
Then it's settled?
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power and... Now for the job.
Gosh darn it.
Let's get down to...
Wonder what Division Lin and Alma are. I need to get to chapter 7 too. Builders of a Legacy.
Strength comes from experience. That's true.
It's still just those two. She's a reclaimer? I guess that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Outfitter. That also makes sense, yeah.
True on any planet.
How far away is that? Do you have just teleport over there? Oh, I did. Wait, no, I didn't. Thing is adorable. Look at it. Look at it. I wonder which one of my characters are going to be on the title screen. If it's just the most recent character I've played, or if it's the highest level one. Was that a reclaim? Or...
Very well.
Locked and loaded. Slide your particle.
Now, melee attacks. Grenade! Ready? Too bad.
Wild slit. What? Got him. Lay down some cover fire.
Slide armor. You're gaining ground. I need recovery. Early bird. Slit edge. That's it. Melee strike.
Fire carnival.
Flame grenade. Move in and strike. Slit edge.
Yeah.
You're gaining ground. I need recovery. Slide knife. Move in and do some ready. Too bad. Now, aim for the toppled enemy. Success.
Let's keep it up.
Yeah. It's this one? Go northwest. I think this game has like really good mechanical pacing. Because like it doesn't feel like slow when you first start the game, or at least in terms of the things that you can do. Mostly as far as combat is concerned. I'm only saying that because I'm realizing it, because it does feel slow now because I already know most of the abilities that I can do. And like all of my characters are, well, all of my characters have all of their abilities that they can do too. And so it's just like, ah, darn. I can only topple lock enemies. How did I get over here? A map, and for what? What even is that? I forget which button does auto run. Oh, there it is. I don't know why I press right trigger. Go south now. I think it's south. Is this accessible? Feel like it. Oh, it isn't. Aw. Oh, it's up there. Okay, that sucks. I was even paying attention to this. Hey. See? Maybe I should have looked up like how speedrunners deal with this game.
Appreciate it.
I'm almost down.
Does this help?
But not out. Thanks.
Split edge! That's it! Melee strikes! Now, it's my turn. Roger.
Fire!
Upper hand! Tough. Catch me up!
Slide! Flicker! Hit harder!
Nice. Move in and do some damage. Effort is its own reward. I'm in trouble. Heal me! I'll cover you. Push them back!
Thanks a bunch.
Success!
Slide!
Now move in!
Flicker!
Got it!
Watch me
Now,
lay it.
melee attacks! Flame grenade!
No way. God. What is this? Yeah, sure.
One more hit. You can't give up now.
I love Baxter.
You belong on the ground. Engaging. Lay down some fire for me. Flame grenade! Pendant destroyed. Move in and strike. Ready? Too bad. Chrome armor!
Dang, one shot?
Well, you still can.
I use physical resist up and everything. That's kinda that kinda sucks. I didn't think I was that under level. Yeah, Lynn could have revived me. I guess Elma could solo it within like 15 seconds. Nah, it's not on the cards. Oh, because she the last command I used was a symbol. She's not gonna move forward. Okay, that sucks. Didn't think that would one-shot me. Oh my god. You can take on one.
Start things at range. Follow my lead, early bird. Infuriate! Assault hammer! Now, aim for the toppled enemy. Scream edge. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Ready? Too bad. Slide nice. Move in and do some damage. Shadow strike. Blade grenade. Upper hand.
Yeah, she's fine.
Slide nice. Move in and do some ready. Too bad. That's it. Melee strikes.
Watch me lay into him. Trash talk.
Get wrecked.
This'll work like a charm. Scream edge. Chrome armor. Assault hammer. Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
All the way over there.
Very well. Let's see what you've got.
Ask questions later.
Now, slide. Slinger. Assault hammer. Scream edge.
They didn't topple it?
Blade grenade. Side slash. Slit edge.
Appendage down.
Upper hand. This'll work like a charm. Chrome armor. Slide. Slinger. Shadow strike.
Appendage down. We can lay it. Fire carnival.
This'll work like a charm. Scream edge. Slit edge. Success. We got him. Let's move.
This
What
isn't
in
good.
blazes?
No.
They're tough. Catch me up. Sorry, dear, but I need it first. With a melee attack. Shadow strike.
Wild smash.
Sliding slinger.
That thing is persistent.
I'm in trouble. Heal me.
Trash talk.
joined us.
Ask questions later.
Ready? Too bad!
Fire carnival!
Touch me up! I won't let them get me! That's dented up. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Got it to me. Slide. Flicker.
Flame grenade! Slit it! Shadow strike! Now's your chance! Fire on them to topple them! Early bird!
Is there more than just these two?
That could have dented them. Move in and keep the rhythm going. See how you like this? That's it! Melee strikes!
You should use taunt.
This is wearing me down. Help me! Ready? Too bad!
Hit him again for me!
Flame grenade! Shadow strike! Success! Now move in! My turn! Upper hand! Must be relentless! That's intense. Move in and keep the rhythm going. Like this! They're gaining ground! I need recovery! See how you like this?
Hit him again for me! Wild
Flame grenade! Move in and ready? Damage. Too bad! Now! Aim for the toppled enemy! Scream in!
Serious? Did we even have to fight that?
Side flash!
Hey! Slide! Flicker!
Chrome armor!
Thanks a bunch. Sorry. I can't seem to get fired up.
Shadow
It just
strike.
gave you that.
Wild Fire carnival!
Split edge! That's it! Melee strikes! Early bird! That's dented. Move in and keep the rhythm going. See how you like this? Upper hand! Chrome armor! Infuriate! Shadow strike! That dented him. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Wild down!
Flame grenade! Move in and do some damage. Ready?
Carnival!
Too bad!
It's actually tough.
Effort is its own reward. Didn't have to be like this. I'm attacking. Move in. My turn.
Wild down!
Slide. No flicker.
Close in!
Now it's my turn. Assault hammer. Ready? Too bad.
Fire carnival!
Side flash. Success.
Let's keep it up! They've seen
What
us.
the heck?
They're all
Okay,
gone.
who else is here?
With a melee attack. I'll stagger them.
Wild
Now, aim for the top of the
I've
enemy.
got cover fire.
Side flash. That could have dented him. Move in and see how you're going. Flame grenade. Early bird.
Flame flow!
I appreciate the help. Infuriate. That could have dented him. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Oh, I thought I could have made that. What the hell?
Damn. I knew we would have heard from them by now.
It was definitely fighting something. But this damage, it's not the usual claw or bite marks.
No signs of the team. If they were eaten, we'd know it. So did they walk away, or were they taken? The job's not finished. We have more questions now than when we started. We'll head back once we find some answers. Until then, we keep looking.
Hold up, Elma. Check this out. I'm picking up an Earth-based IFF signal coming from that direction. It's Pathfinder.
That thing over there, maybe?
It doesn't look natural, does it?
No, it doesn't. It looks like trouble.
And look at this. I'm picking up readings for other life forms too.
What am I doing? Yes.
No.
Oh.
Look at their movements. They're controlled. Orderly. Stand down! Did you already forget my first lesson? Fighting is a last resort. Our friends here appear to be able to speak our language. Which means we need to find out if diplomacy is a viable option.
Yeah, look at that, we fought anyway.
I'll start things with rain. Shadow strike.
Wow! Right to me! Fire!
Scream edge. Flame grenade. That's it. Melee strikes. So nice. Move in and do some damage. Ready? Two backward hand. Side flash. Infuriate! Shadow strike! There's still more! Move in!
Yeah.
Early bird!
Boost evasion, continuous versus speed.
Nice! Move in and do some damage. Ready? Too bad! That put a dent in him. Move in and keep the rhythm going. See how you like this? Shadow strike! Assault hammer! Now upper aim for the top of the head!
So much for the diplomatic approach. What's the deal with wanting us all dead anyway?
Yeah, I wonder. They did mention they were following orders. Maybe someone higher up their chain of command would be willing to negotiate.
Oh, there it is. Gosh darn it.
Lynn, can you give us an approximate location for that IFF signal?
Let's see. Seems to be originating from that building over there.
on any planet. I'll start things at range. Follow my lead. Target inside zone. Nice. Move in and do some ready? Too bad. That's it. Melee strikes.
Watch me lay into it.
Not finished.
Assault hammer.
Lay down some
I
cover
have the
fire.
shot. Firing. Side flash. Infuriate. Slit edge. That's it. Melee strikes. Early bird. Shadow strike.
Fire carnival.
Now, melee attack. Ready? Too bad. Upper hand. Slide knife. Move in and do some damage. Slide. Flicker. Slit edge. Success. Now move in. My turn. Spectacularly done.
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Assault cam, take the initiative. Close in. Now it's my turn. Slide. Flicker.
Fire carnival.
Scream edge.
Leave it to me.
Side flash. Chrome armor.
Thanks. Wow. Thanks.
Not finished yet.
Slide. Flicker. Shadow strike.
Wild jam.
Upper hand. Flying grenade. Ready? Too bad.
Trash chuck.
Slide.
Fire
Switch to
carnival.
close must be relentless. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Ready? Flash. Too bad.
Wow.
Not finished yet.
Shadow strike. Upper hand. Slide. Now. Melee attacks. Ready? Too bad.
Dang, it might be better to play as Homa.
Assault hammer. Flame grenade. Upper hand. I'll start things at range. Follow my lead. Target in sight. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Ready? Too bad. I owe you one. Now it's my turn.
Thermal payload.
Oh, from behind. Is critical power tier boost critical chance
Early
participation.
bird. Slide. Flicker. Nice. Move in and ready? Do some damage. Too bad. Infuriate. Side flash. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Appreciated.
No range combos.
Fire carnival.
Shadow strike. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Too bad. Slide. Flicker. Now it's my turn. Infuriate. Side flash. Upper hand. Chrome armor. Appreciated. Slide. Appendage destroyed. Move in and Appreciated. Now, melee attacks.
Level up! I think even my cooking got better.
Still rank 9. I'm just trying to get past Drifter.
Acknowledged.
Hit him again for me!
Appreciated.
Fire Carnival!
Side slash. Infuriate! It can't move. That's it. Melee strike.
Oh no, try to get the back.
Assault hammer. Okay, it's time to attack. Flame grenade. That's it. Melee strike. Upper hand. Now it's my turn.
Is it? I don't remember how to get up there.
What? They've seen us.
Early bird. Get in close and land low.
Why that one? Why not the one that was right in front of us?
Move in and keep them going. See how you like this? Slit edge, shadow strike. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Now it's my turn. Flame grenade. Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Infuriate. Sight now. Melee attack. Ready? Too bad. Shadow strike. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Fire Carnival! Yes! Hit him again for me! Trap chuck!
That's it. Melee strikes. Chrome armor. Appreciated. Flame grenade. Hostile neutralized. Must be relentless. Combat. Infuriate. Shadow strike. That's it. Melee strikes. Now it's my turn. Now melee attacks. Side slash. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Chrome armor. Appreciated. Effort is its own reward.
Her voice sounds familiar. My character's voice actress.
Shadow strike. Get in close and land a blow. Slit edge. Infuriate.
Lay down some cover fire!
Chrome armor. I owe you one. Upper hand. Flame grenade. Side slash. Nice. Move in. Ready? Damage. Too bad. Now melee attack. Ready? Too bad.
Get your adrenaline going!
My adrenaline's rising. Infuriate. Acknowledged.
Wow! Smash!
Success. Now move in. Now it's my turn. This force.
Yeah.
Catch
Let
me
me
up.
catch myself
I
up.
appreciate the help. Scream edge.
Fire Carnival!
Nice. Move in and do some damage. Infuriate.
Watch me lay
One boost TP. That's actually crazy.
Flame grenade.
Nobody else
Recuperate. Use an aura to heighten your power
this lane.
Leave this to me.
Okay, that's time to attack. Melee strikes.
Watch me wait.
Shadow strike. Infuriate. Side flash. Nice. Move in and do some damage. Ready? Too bad. Chrome armor. Appreciate it. Now it's my turn.
Yes. Hit him again for me.
Yeah. We're on flame grenade.
Trash.
Side flash. Primer.
Blast.
Shadow strike. Infuriate. It's time to attack.
Close in.
Okay, now it's maxed. Huh? My main character. What about a Jaguar character, or specifically a dual guns mastermind must be probably the strongest build in the game, wouldn't it be? I would be pretty sure. I guess maybe the strongest straightforward build in the game. I really see this character like using dual guns. And I kind of do just want to like burst through the game as soon as possible. Longsword is so cool. And I still do like Topple. I'll go with Striker. Oh, don't I have to... I think I have to equip my knife again to unequip stuff. Or did I not even upgrade anything? Whatever. Digit points below blah. Digit knowledge. It's laid out. I guess that makes sense. Love the ally. Hey.
They've seen us.
Shadow strike.
I think I'm typing. Do I not have a period? This thing seems to have like a pretty good cooldown.
Too bad. Side slash. Assault hammer.
It didn't topple. HP. Oh, I miss? Well.
Move in and do some damage. Ready? Too bad. Assault hammer. Wild down. Shadow wounded this force. Trash tuck. Upper hand. Fire part. Nice. Move in and do ready. Too bad. Not active. Wild light. Scream edge. Harder. Rising flame.
Oh, cow.
Melee strike. Flame grenade. Shadow strike. Upper hand. Rising flame.
Definitely got hairy.
I don't get it. Why would they be so bent on killing all humans?
I don't know, Lynn. People. A lot of people hate Satsu. I can understand why, but I didn't think he would be that hated. Tease.
Tatsu has seen those eyes before. Hungry eyes, like prone eyes. Tatsu is here to serve, not be served.
Yes. Seriously.
There is a better way.
Flame grenade.
We should weaken them just to be safe.
This will work like a charm.
Trash tuck.
Rising flame. Assault hammer. Now. Aim for the toppled enemy. Scream edge.
Leave it to me.
Now's your chance. Fire up with the toppled one. Shadow. Move in and do some damage. Ready? Too bad. Shadow strike. Upper hand. Side slash. Fire carnival. Slide knife. Move in and do some damage. Ready?
That's a really good
That's it.
cooldown
Melee
time.
grenade. Rising flame. Assault hammer. Upper hand. Aim for the toppled enemy. Target in sight. Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
They've seen us. Punch first. Ask questions now.
Rising flame. Assault hammer. Flame grenade.
Quick web. Leave it to me. Where do they all come from?
Side slash.
How many?
Bombardier.
Use an aura. Get control of the battle. Rising flame.
You got this, Lynn. I'm pretty sure.
Sorry. I can't seem to get fired up. Leave this to me.
Rising flame. That's it. Melee strike.
Yeah, that's actually very helpful.
I need recovery. Heal me.
Trash tuck.
Appendage destroyed. Move in and strike. Ready? Too bad. That's it. Melee strike.
Hey, lay off. Watch me lay it.
Upper hand. This is wearing me down.
I'm
I'm not gonna make
Not
it.
out.
Infuriate! Rising flame! Ready? Too bad! Now, aim for the toppled enemy! Target in sight!
Hit harder.
Infuriate!
Don't want it to
Side flash! We're gaining ground! I need recovery! You
Thank
can't
you.
give up now! I'm in trouble! Heal me!
None? But they're only level 6 though.
Leave this to me.
Strike! Flame grip! No whining! We're going in!
Let's lay into it.
Rising flame!
Fire particle.
Ready? Too bad! Now!
Just so she can get the
Aim
heal.
for the toppled enemy! Primer! I'm in trouble!
Hit harder.
Infuriate!
Man.
Don't want it to
Rising flame! That's it! Melee strikes! Now it's my turn! Flame grenade! Now that's how to evade. You can do it! I have to stay in this. Help me! Ready? Too bad! There's still more! Move in!
Oh my god.
Infuriate! Side flash! Upper hand! Flame grenade! Rising flame! Have to hold out. I should heal up first. Slide! Splinter! They're tough. Touch me up! Infuriate! Rising flame! Assault hammer! Rising blade! Now, melee attacks!
Why'd you say that earlier?
Defensive stance! I'm wounded! Flame grip! No whining. We're going in! Rising flame! Use an aura! Get control of the battle!
Where's Lane?
I'm
Alright,
in
that's
trouble.
it.
Heal me!
Elmo, where are you?
I'm done.
Maybe she'll leave the combat in time.
This is wearing me down. I'm not gonna make it.
Where is she? So it looks like you still keep your XP and stuff, it's just that you don't get the items if you lose a fight. Which I think is pretty fair. It sucks, but it's pretty fair. Anyway. Where? Okay.
Damn. Losing Nelson's team is a real blow.
Tatsu's dancing. No hesitation.
Of course not. You just started.
Alright, well, why don't we review the key?
Nani?
Okay, once more from the top then. Blade's top priority right now is...
Nani?
Okay, once more from the top then.
Hold on. Oh gosh darn it. I need to record so I can get the screen cap. Okay.
Good.
Get money.
All right. We'll go over it as many times as it takes.
He's so considerate.
Good. We're counting on you.
Why?
And briefing adjourned. Thank God.
So much stuff. Oh, my mode. Sports profile and offline play mode will have joined the squad. Join the squad requires an active mission. I really want to try it out. Because if this game is as busted, well, it is as busted as people say it is. But, like, how does that work online? Like, do people get mad if you don't just optimize damage? Like, wow, bro, you don't have an ether weapon with Core Crusher? What are you doing? You're throwing, bro. I have no idea. Doug is level 18, why? I'm tired. Okay, that's about... Yeah, this is pretty good. In terms of just like catching up. Yeah, because all I'm really doing is just trying to get back to chapter 7. And in the place to do a couple of affinity missions. Because I need those re-recorded. So I'm not gonna like just whenever I need to like progress in this story, you know, stream it. I'll probably do a lot of this stuff off stream too, but I can just stream it if I want to stream it. But yeah. Let me see the cutscene back, or the title screen actually. Confirm. And it does change characters. Alright, that's neat. Alright, thank you guys for joining this very chill stream. I really wanna start streaming coding stuff again. Like, it's very difficult to do. Really just because it's like a mixed bag of things, because streaming my coding sessions does help with like keeping me or maintaining my focus and stuff like that, but it's also very hard to stream those coding streams if I don't have anything in mind to do. And so it's like just cyclical thing of figuring out what to do and then trying to do it. Or yeah, I have to like get into my code so I can figure out what to do, but then that's hard to do because I'm not streaming it. Whatever, but just getting back into streaming too. So I'm gonna try to stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try to stream for the next couple of days before I move on to my vacation on the 30th. But again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. I'll see you guys. Oh wait, thank you guys for hanging out. But it's time for me to bid you adieu, farewell, sayonara, hasta la vista, hasta luego, arrivederci. All the goodbyes. I can only hope I can see you guys in the next one. But until then, as usual, peace.